So I just put my password and I just going to click on open Nuru. Now that open, and Nuru is asking me um, if I would like to receive notifications from this app. I'm gonna click on allow. So I click on allow. So now you say hello, good afternoon APX. How can I help you today? So what I want to do in Nuru here is I want to show you around how the app look like and some of the screens, and so you can get familiar with their Nuru application. So let's start with what on the screen currently. That's the wallet, and then we'll go to trade, and then we'll go to apps and agents. So we're going to start with wallet. If we click on wallet, what we see is it will show us the total portfolio amount for all our digital assets that's in our wallet, and also it also shows us balances of digital assets that are in some contracts, smart contracts. Like for example, if you invested your digital asset in a liquidity pool of some sort of a project, like maybe a Susu or something that you put your money into, you can track all the different places your money at, and show you the total amount at the top there. And you have right below that you have other buttons that you have the deposit. That is if you want to bring in some dollars to be able to buy digital assets, and withdraw if you want to take your dollars out of Nuru, so you can be able to send it back to your account or your bank account or your card. And send, this is more like a sending digital asset from one wallet to another wallet, and we have the trade. Trading is pretty much you going ahead and buying or selling your digital assets on Nuru. So now below that we have account information. This pretty much shows you your account information, and very important, because like a bank account, you have an account number, you have your routing number, all those things. So in Nuru you have similar. So just to show you, I will click on that. It show you a couple of things about this account. Since this is now a bank account, so you won't see routing number or other things, but you have other account info here that's important to remember. For example, your account ID is very important. It's more like your account number if you want to put it in terms of banking. People can send you money with this account ID. People can send you digital asset with that account ID, so you can remember this ID, so that you can send to people who want to interact with you on the blockchain and on Nuru. Now the account address, this more like the smart contract that is on the blockchain that represents you. So there's a smart contract there that where your money sits in, and that smart contract have an identification number, and that number, that's what is called your account address. And the account ID that we just talked about also linked to that number in a way. So if you don't remember this long number, which is account address, you always just remember your account ID. That's the most important one. Now the third on the list here is your primary signer. Very important. This is the one you want to remember, because this what signs transaction. Is almost like your pen. Think about it like a pen. When they bring a paper for you to sign, maybe you're signing a check, the pen you use to sign, that pen pretty much is more like you. So that pen number is what is here. There's the address of that pen that you use to sign transaction, because on the blockchain, every transaction you send, you have to sign it with your personal pen. And make sure your personal pen information, nobody else have that information, only you. Because if somebody have your keys, which I'm referring to as pen, that person can open your door. So you want to make sure you don't have it exposed, right? And then of course the network that your account is on is the Alkebuleum network. All right, so let's go back to, I'm just gonna get out of here. Let's go back to the wallet screen. So let's take a look at it again. Below account information, we have all the list of your digital assets. So and you can see that they have options here where you can change the network. So for example, we're just looking at all networks. There's a lot of different blockchains that exist. By default, we're looking at Alkebuleum blockchain, which is the Pan-African blockchain, and then we're also looking at Polygon. So when I click on here, I see 2 blockchains here currently. In the future, Nuru is going to be connected to many other blockchains like Base, like Ethereum, like Solana, and all those other different kinds of blockchain. Because Nuru is more like in cross-chain kind of a platform. So, for example, if I click on only Alkebuleum, you notice that Polygon is not, any asset that's on Polygon is not going to show up here. If I click on only Polygon, we realize that we'll have our USDC is sitting on Polygon. So every time I have a USDC in my account, I know that that money is on Polygon blockchain. And every time I have other assets here like Alkebuleum, Ike, Ma, Reputation, Token, all these assets here, they are Alkebuleum native assets, so you see them here. So for now, I'm just going to just click on all networks. So, so that is it for the asset. You also see we have positions. This tells you your positions in investments that you have, like liquidity pools and other things. P2P, if you want to send or receive data as if you want to buy data asset in a peer-to-peer manner, then you use this interface right here. Susu, this is one of their activities Nuru is going to integrate. It's coming soon. It's not fully being used yet. All right, so let's get out of wallet. This is pretty much all for wallet. Let's get out here and go to trading. Trading is more like if you want to buy a digital asset, or if you want to sell your digital asset for another digital asset, you go to trading. I'm going to go to apps, which is very interesting because apps is more like a portal that Nuru have opened through a browser that is within Nuru, that you can open any application in Web3, and then you can connect your Nuru to that application, and then you can be able to interact. So I'm just going to click on apps here. Now this is where you have all your apps, like even your office related apps, your digital asset apps, your social media apps, your every different kind of apps that you need, right? That you need to work with in Web3. You can have them here so you can easily connect to them, right? For example, if I click on YouGolf here, this app pretty much is like a website, is a web app where people in Alkebuleum community can pretty much go and vote on proposals, like you see that that was sent to the community to vote on, so they can make decisions, right? So that's what YouGov is about. So when you open that app here, all you're going to do is click on connect. When you click on connect, it would ask your Nuru. You see like it's pop up on Nuru saying, oh, this person want to connect. So you want to connect to this website called yougov.cc, and then you can approve it, say okay, yeah, let's connect, and it asks you to sign. Remember I told you about signing. Signing is every transaction you send is signing. So you got to sign with your pen, which is your keys. I'm gonna sign, and then boom, look up here where you see right near on the right top. Now you see you have apx dot ikey have login. So that's how easy it is. You can log into any of your applications, right? If I go back to the home of the browser, you see I have a lot of other applications, a whole lot. Even Jollof Swap here, I can pretty much go to Jollof Swap. This is more like a decentralized exchange, where you can also buy and sell digital assets. So you can pretty much come and just click on the same connect button here again, and you pretty much be able to connect to your directly to with Nuru, and boom, up there again, look, you see you already have apx.ikey connected. This is pretty good. Now let's go back to Nuru. I'm going to click on the top left right there. Okay, now back to Nuru. That was just a little rundown about apps. Imagine if you have all the apps that you need, you add them there. If you're a developer, that's the opportunity to build apps and add it into Alkebuleum, so that anybody come into Nuru, they can be able to use your apps through that app browser. So agents, let's go to agents. This is the interesting part, because we are in the future now. So at this time, people are creating AI agents. AI agents pretty much just like just personalizing AI, pretty much personalizing it. You're making it unique for a certain capability that you needed to do for you. So if you have a company, you want to customize the AI so it can work for your company specifically, because your company is unique. Or if you want to do work for yourself personally, to do something for you personally, you can also customize it for that purpose. So everybody will have some agents in the future, and everybody will have agents for their businesses. Everybody will have agents for everything they do. So Nuru is pretty much giving a way for you to create those agents here, and then you can also be able to like train those agents. Train them in the sense that you want to like, I want you to have this personality. I want you to be able to 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 be trained to work for my company specifically. So I will show you how to be like me, or how to be like my company, or how to be like something unique, right? So you're gonna train that agent right in Nuru here, and then that agent will work for you. So that's the whole purpose of agents. Right now, though, if you click on agents, you realize that it's not yet fully roll out. So the agent feature is coming soon. Right now, you can only be able to chat with Nuru AI herself, but not the agents that you create. So watch out for agents. Is coming soon, so you can be able to create your AI agents within Nuru, and you'll be able to train them within Nuru. All right, guys. So I think we have pretty much gone through the features of Nuru, the basic features. Let me just come here at the top left. I want to click on this sidebar, okay? And just a couple of things here in the sidebar menu. It shows you the same chat that I just was at right now. It shows you the same dApp browser, or the apps at. It shows you swap, which pretty much is the trading. It shows you wallet, which I showed you earlier. And then the part we didn't look at was your identity page. Even though we can see you have at the top here, you have the APX, and then we have APX key, which is your username or your handle, and it will also have your ID below that. So I would say that I think this is great, but let me show you how the identity page look like. If you click on the identity page, you realize that this account is not yet verified. So you have to verify your identity, so you can be able to do certain kind of transactions on Nuru, or on some of those apps that you saw earlier. So what you want to do is to make sure you verify your identity. If you're in the US, that's easier to do. And then you also want to make sure you set up your personal info here, and all the things that you can do here. And importantly too, if you want Nuru to track your credit score, that is on-chain credit score, and build your credit score on-chain for the Alkebuleum ecosystem, you can also make sure you get started down here too. Click on these ones to get started, so you can be able to build your reputation, and also your credit scores. Let's get back now, guys. I think we have done a lot, right? The next time we come, we will talk about how you can talk to Nuru. At the bottom screen here, you see there's 3 controls. You have the voice, and you have the volume, and you have the chat. You can use these to communicate with Nuru, like talking to her, and other things. So for example, I click on voice. Hello, Nuru.
Hey, what can I help with?
Nothing, I was just testing you.
Got it. Well, I'm here whenever you need me.
Okay, bye-bye. Now, you just saw what happened. Nuru was...
Bye, take care.
Okay, Nuru, thank you. So you just saw what happened. Nuru was actually having a conversation with me. Just by using the microphone, I can pretty much decide to just chat with her if I want to, rather, and in the chatting interface here, and she will still respond to me in the same way, right? Take a look at what, right? You see, so we have all the different ways of interacting with her. Now, this is pretty much just for the overview of Nuru features. We will have another tutorial that will go specifically to how you can purchase digital assets, and how you can be able to like transform your digital asset back to your fiat currency. So how you can bring in fiat currency, and how you can be able to get fiat currency out, and how you can be able to get digital assets, and all the different things. All right, guys. So thank you so much for this second tutorial. We will get back to this in a bit.